Alright, so hello and welcome back. In this video, I think I'm going to make a little something for my son, and we are going to call it Addition Sheet Creator. You know what, let's take it a little bit higher and go with Math Sheet Creator, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and open this. So, while this is booting up, I suppose I should tell you why I'm creating this. Essentially, my son is having some problems with his math, and one of the issues that I'm realizing online is that even though kids need to know math, adults seem to want to make money off of it. So, I don't like that, and because I know code, I'm going to make my own generator so that I can print out a sheet for my son to use. So, let's go ahead and go through the process and say start. Now, the first thing that needs to happen is we need to have number 1, right? You know what? We actually need random number 1, and then we also need random number 2, right? Because we need the first number to add and the second number. So, alright, now, so let's go ahead and draw our arrows. I'll go ahead and speed up this footage just so you don't have to sit through this and watch this. Okay, so what we have is, when we start the program, we generate 2 random numbers, and then we collect the user input on the type of math, and if it's addition, then we generate 10 mathematical problems. If it's subtraction, we do the same. If it's multiplication, we do the same. And if it's division, we do the same. Now, I know that we could obviously be doing double digit, single digit, triple digit, but just to get the program started, we should just go ahead and use 2 random numbers of our own. I don't remember how to do that, but I'll figure it out. So once we generate the 10 mathematical problems, we need to format it. And then even if we format it correctly, we still need to produce, we still need to put that out onto the sheet, so. And then we should finally be able to end the program. Alright, so we'll keep that out. Let's go ahead. I'll zoom this in for you so you can see it better. I'm going to be using Haml. I will also be using SCSS, and I will also be using jQuery. Oh, and I should probably use Bootstrap. Just maybe if we feel like making it much nicer later on. So the first things first is we need to understand our basic format, right? We need to get a container, and we're going to say 1, 0. 0. Right. Oh, that's not good. Now, the easy way to do this is to just generate a bunch of tables. But depending on how I handle this, and if I can learn my mathematics in my computer science course, I want to evolve this later on. So I don't want to create it with just tables, because tables only work for up and down, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It doesn't work for scientific exponentiation. It doesn't really work for modulus. It doesn't really work for anything else but the very basics of mathematics. So, well, I suppose, whenever you're doing one number above another number, then yeah, but normally when you're doing that, you're also pointing the equals to the side. So what I'm thinking is that we produce sets of 5 with a break line, an HR, so that we can divvy them up. Oh, I know why. It's because I got Bootstrap on. What is it? Bootstrap container. Container fluid. Yeah, I know. Okay, so that looks better. We're gonna go with generated. I'll go with generated. So let's go ahead and target generated. So what I want to do with generated is I want to put that little bar underneath. So bottom border solid 1 pixel black. Where's the border bottom? Bottom border CSS. Border bottom. Okay. So I got that backwards. Border bottom. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Display, flex. I may go with a list. Yeah, let me go with a list, because that'll let me control individual ones. So we will go with an unordered list, and we will go with generated. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Generated. Gen. Okay. Oh, come on. No, it's not orientation. I think it's flex direction. Flex direction. Vertical. Flex direction. CSS. It's been a while since I messed with oh, it's column. It's been a while since I actually messed around with like HTML, CSS. The reason why I point that out is because the reason why I point this out is because when you don't use a certain language for a number of months, you tend to forget some of the keywords. You remember the overall general pattern of the keywords, but unless you're dealing with that code on a daily basis, you tend to only remember bits and pieces of how to work with that language. You're not an expert right off the bat. It's kind of like breaking back into riding a bike, right? You haven't rode a bike in a couple of years. So at first, the beginning, it is a little bit difficult, but once you get used to it, you get right back into the method. So we got our number, and what we're going to do is we're going to call this num1, and we're going to call this num2. Okay, and the reason why we're going to do that is because for each one, I'm going to have a while loop inside of a while loop so that I can produce 5 this way, and then I can produce a new line or another container. and then I can, I can produce 5 more. Oh, interesting. And then I can just put this at the top. Okay. Now, for var I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, and then I plus plus. Right. Until append text. Okay, so what's up? That's fine. So, our list item. Actually, you know what? We need to get rid of this, and we don't need to write this yet. We need to figure out how to write random numbers in JavaScript. Random JavaScript. Our random nature. Okay, so we've got our two random numbers. Now, if you're wondering what this equation does here, because you shouldn't just copy and paste code. You really shouldn't copy and paste code. Essentially, what this is doing is it's creating a random decimal number, right? And then it's multiplying it by 10 to move it over into the whole number digits, and then adding 1. I honestly don't know why it adds 1. Let's see what it does with that one, right? Well, this generates a random number, and this multiplies it by 10. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm not the only one. Interesting. I didn't know that before. Thank you, Treehouse. Okay, so essentially the reason why we're adding 1 is because math random doesn't include 1. Alright, that's fair enough. So now we need to make a list that's appropriate for this. So, bar equals list maker, right? Equals, here we go. Unordered list with the class of generated. And then we're going to go ahead and close it off. Let's make this a little bit bigger so that we can see it all. And I did that wrong, so now we have 2 list items. So let's go ahead and copy those. And then, because I'm writing basically the same thing up until the last letter, num underscore, and then put that there. And then I can just change this one. Okay, so we've got our generated, we've got our list, and then we've got another list. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to put this variable inside of the list so that it recreates it every single time. I think, just to be safe, I'm going to do that so that I get a different number each time. But what we need to do now is we need to concatenate these numbers inside of it. So randomator big, and then we need to put another concatenation here. Randomator small. Okay. Then we need to console.log. Oh, no, we need to go ahead and just append that to see what it does. List maker. Ah, we have an undefined variable in here. Randomator big. Randomator big. Oh. Randomator is not defined. No, it's still... Okay, well, I need to do conformity here, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we can see it. Okay, so, I like it, but there's a problem. This is not... We should put 25, right? So that's going to be good for big number, small numbers, but it's not going to be good for big numbers. Now, the easy way to solve this is to put just the padding left styling inside of what we're appending. That would be the easy way to solve it. But then that means that would increase code complexity. So if we wanted to do something like later on, then we wouldn't be able to actually add that in multiple times. So while it is convenient for us right now, the second we move up to double addition, we would have to change that back to about 15. We would have to change that. So I wonder if I can put padding here. Margin, right, 10%. Oh. And see, this would be good for the big number, but it wouldn't be good for the small number. Gosh. I'm just wondering what this would do. Absolutely. Okay. So what this is telling me is that now my number is at position absolute, and I can push this to the left. Oh, nope. Yeah, I'm not thinking of this correctly. Position. This is connected to that, so I wouldn't be able to do that. I know the easy way to solve this. I know the easy way of solving this. So let's go ahead and have our padding left at what was it, 20%? I know a way that this can scale. We come back over here, and when we add this, we just put this. What the fuck just happened? That's a weird bug. Same thing happens with it. Whoa. Did I do that now? Technically, yes. But why isn't that aligned? Oh. Okay, so now we made it so that it scales. Alright, I gotcha. Sweet! Now, we just need to put it in the for loop. You saw that, right? I'll rewind it so you can see it. But that's still a problem. Son of a bitch!
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Whoa! I did something wrong here. There we go. Okay, so I fixed the problem. This is bugging me. Can I just move you to the next line? Ah, yes, okay. So, now, you're probably thinking, oh, this is not a good idea. How are we supposed to iterate over this? Well, believe it or not, it's actually really easy. We're gonna make another for loop, and we'll just use j equals 0 to this. Whoa, hey, don't do that. Bar j equals 0. J is less than 5. And then j plus plus. And then we'll go ahead and make a horizontal line. Oh wait, container. Alright, you. I forgot to wrap you in that. I forgot everything. HR. Here. Here. And we can paste this in. Okay, something went wrong. I mean, it's doing exactly what I want it to, it's just not going to the next line. So, in other words, I need to create a container. I could rewrite a whole bunch of code, but I'm not going to. This means it's an issue with the styling inside a container. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so now we can just get rid of these. And then we can say margin left 25 units. Nope. Really, that's weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Okay, so now that we've successfully gotten to the addition part, I will see you in part 2, where we will go ahead and add the other sections, such as subtraction, division, and multiplication. And we will also add the ability to choose between double edition, single edition, as well as all the other ones, and give the user the ability to choose which one they want. I'll see you in the next video.